What you're watching now is the second of two videos produced from a Baltic Defence review trip to Estonia to visit French forces serving with the NATO Forward Land Forces battlegroup in the country. If you haven't yet seen part 1, which had us watch joint terminal attack controllers and attack helicopters conducting a live fire exercise, be sure to check that out later. This video covers the experience the following day, watching French Marines in Southern Estonia fire their 120mm mortars before packing them up to be moved by helicopter. If that sounds interesting to you, we hope you'll keep watching. It was on the first day of October that we drove from Tapa, home of the Estonian Defence Forces 1st Infantry Brigade, to the south of the country, close to Võru, home of the Estonian military's 2nd Infantry Brigade. While NATO Forward Land Forces in Estonia, French and British troops, are based in Tapa, this particular trip saw activities take place further south. And so, after a few hours of early morning driving and getting past a few checkpoints, we reached the firing position of the 120mm mortars. For those unfamiliar with mortars, these are a portable form of indirect fire that supports the maneuver of the company or battalion and can reinforce direct fire during close combat. While not as powerful, mortars are obviously cheaper than larger towed or self-propelled artillery systems and have closer minimum ranges. Their indirect fire also means that they can more effectively strike trenches. Modern mortar calibers are wide-ranging and can be as small as 50mm but go up to 60mm, 80mm and then 120mm. And so the weapons you're seeing today are at the upper range of mortar caliber. Apparently coming from French defense company Thales, these are designated MO-120RTs. With the French army, these are known as RTF-1 or Mortier de 120mm Raillé Tracté Modèle F1. The Thales webpage on this weapon says that the 120mm RT system has served French artillery for over 20 years and is renowned for its robustness, reliability and minimal logistical footprint. It provides effective indirect fire support in expeditionary missions. And so here is a Master Corporal from the French Marine unit giving us a tour of his team's weapon, although we're translating and giving him an English voiceover. He explains to us that the total weight of the equipment is 610 kilograms. With the ammunition they were using, the mortar has a maximum range of over 8 kilometers with a minimum range of 1,100 meters. The heart of the structure is this, the goniometer, an instrument that measures angles or rotates an object to a specific angle. There's also the base plate, traversing handwheel and crank. The Master Corporal then explains that this indirect fire weapon can be dismantled for transport by helicopter. There are 5 roles for this mortar section: pointer, gun commander, loader, gunner, and ammunition bearer who prepares and carries the ammunition. Here's the ammunition, each round weighing 18 kilograms. It's then explained that the unit is using the French Fradier compact all-terrain vehicle to tow their mortars. And while we didn't get to see these vehicles being transported, their size obviously makes them air transportable with the right aircraft. After this, the leader of the reconnaissance group explained to us that his job is to find a route for the mortar teams and their vehicles and identify a favorable firing position, particularly one that can accommodate 2 to 4 mortars. Once a location is found, he identifies the ideal places for vehicles and weapons to be positioned. Then, in the event of counter-battery fire, it's up to him to find a secondary position that can be some 300 meters away. And so, with all of this being explained, we were left to wait for the teams to be given commands and coordinates in order to fire their mortars. That was fun to see, wasn't it? After this, the mortar teams packed up and moved to an open area so that they could be repositioned by helicopter. At this location, another French Marine explains that they're in position to conduct what is called an artillery raid. Preparing the mortars for helicopter transport, each weapon, with a total weight of over 600 kilograms, will be dismantled into 3 parts, each of these being about 200 kilograms. He then explains that helicopters will land next to each team and their equipment, and this will all be loaded onto the aircraft. Helicopters carrying mortars, as well as a helicopter carrying the commanding team, will take off together and head to a zone several kilometers away. After landing, everything is unloaded, reassembled, and firing takes place once again. As you can see, the helicopters being used are NH-90s, operated by the French Army. While a naval variant exists, the ones you're seeing here are tactical transports for land forces. These birds have a maximum speed of 300 kilometers an hour and a range of 800 kilometers. Their endurance is up to 5 hours, and they have a service ceiling of 6,000 meters. And so there you have it, a demonstration of the use and transportability of the 120mm mortar used by the French Army, and in this case, French Marines. Our huge thanks to French forces in Estonia for allowing us to join them for these exercises. As always, we are incredibly grateful for these opportunities. What do you think of these weapons and their place in modern warfare? Let us know by leaving a comment.